Hey Pisces, what's up? Welcome to your guys' love reading. So we're going to start with how your person is viewing you. What are their intentions towards you? What's going on? And then we're going to look at your view of them. How you're feeling towards them. And all of that. And then we will pull an oracle to kind of see a little bit more of what's going on. So, it's this one. How is Pisces feeling about their person? Okay. There's something that you are worried about. Let's see. Okay, so right off the bat, it feels like you and this person, when you're together, you have a deep sense of like innocence or childlike like bonding, friendship, but there is something that you're kind of worried about that might be unbuildable with them, or it's like making you, defensive. It's making you feel like, it might be making you feel like you have to choose to ignore something within yourself. What would that be if it is? Ooh, okay. Well, we don't like that. Let's talk about it. Ignoring a change in yourself. What's the change? Dang. Okay. So Pisces, right now, it looks like you might be dealing with someone who says some kind of anxiety that's happening within you, and it's regarding this relationship, because it's almost like there's one thing that's really blooming in this relationship, and that seems to be a deep sense of friendship and like playfulness and innocence. This might be someone that you have known for a while or you have reconnected with. I wonder if I see Scorpio right off the bat. There's also Sagittarius here. Some Virgo. Honestly, I want to say Cap. I don't know why I'm seeing Cap. Anyways, the majority of your thoughts around this, or the dominant feelings and thoughts, no. The most time you're spending in certain emotions seems to be around wondering if this is even going anywhere. The strength of how good you feel in that playful and wonderful energy with them seems to be competing for how much time you might actually be spending stressed about what else is going on, trying to figure out something. It just looks like something is not buildable with them, but you want it to be. You want that to be almost the sacrifice that you make for loving them. But simultaneously, you're going through this really strong process of like soul growth, where you're learning to speak up for your own needs and like not sign yourself up to settle for less, regardless of how gooey your heart feels at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we could be like, we can make excuses in the moment for why we accept less. But then when we think about it, we're like, oh, that really hindered my ability to like give in this other area of my life, or to like go and chase my dreams. Like that thing took all of my time. So there could be something happening like that. And then you have Neptune vision. Let's read that. That's a very Piscean card. And solar calm. Clarify. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll kind of see what needs to be clarified here. Let's read solar calm first. And then, and then you got Uranus change right there. 6th house sustainability. That's literally what these 3 cards are saying. Anyways, sorry, I'm like geeking out over tarot. When the sun is calm, with few sunspots or solar flares, its steady energy is quiet and soothes any turbulence in our solar system. The volume is turned down on all the other aspects of your astrological chart. Telescopes see farther into space. People tend to search for the metaphysical. Plant growth slows down on Earth, but the arts and creative processes often blossom. Politics tend to be opinionated but quiet, attitudes more entrenched. It's a hard time to start a revolution. Everyone's just like smoking weed, having a good time. Just appreciate the deep, energizing quiet of this time. Work for steady progress and play the long game. Listen to your muse and support the arts. Take a creative approach and work towards positive change within the systems that are now in place with gentle, steady pressure. Find like minds and grow those deep connections. Listen to the quieter voices that are not usually heard, whether this is the whispering voice of your intuition or the subtle voice of the introverts or underrepresented. There could be some like paralegals or like, what do I want to say? What is it called when you're like the court appointed lawyer? It feels like there could be some people here who almost have a, I don't know, maybe you do a lot of stuff like pro bono. Maybe you are constantly representing people who just need someone in their corner. In romantic relationships, hold hands and look for places of quiet refuge together. Build relationships now that will help you to manifest needed changes when the tide turns and the sun activates. It is not the time to push ahead or spark change. If you try to motivate practical change in your life or try a totally new approach, it can feel like trying to light a match in the fog. Be patient and the fog will clear in time. Meditation helps. Maybe medication helps too. I don't know. Turn down the noise of the outer world and listen with clarity to the knowing within. Let go of the details of the story and feel the call to spirit, to connection, and to the interconnectedness of all existence. In this quiet clarity, you can see far away to the distant stars and come to understand the overarching patterns. Some of you guys might have, that's hilarious that change is like right under this, but it's not forced change. It's a very natural and neutral change, like where other people are seeking that too, just maybe you don't know that. So if you feel like you're in a slower energy, I think other people want to slow down around you too. There could be a bit of a mental challenge to just let yourself do that. Something I'm kind of picking up on is that your brain could be poking holes in your relationship right now instead of leaning into the way that it works for you. I think that this playfulness and intimacy and friendship and like innocence is very healing for you on some level, where if you think of your life without that before, you will notice how big of a change it's made. I think there is some kind of a challenge to lean into the good feelings, as much as that's not always what the doctor orders. It seems like this is a time where that's really, like, more of that is good. rather than trying to figure out the outcome of something before it's had time to do the work of the journey. I think just kind of like, because it's almost like it's a smaller, subtle, unspoken feeling that you're wondering if this person is buildable with you. And it's a giant, large, and in your face when they're right there feeling that you absolutely think that they're buildable. So then I'm going to read this Neptune vision here. Oh wait, I'm going way past it. I think I'm also supposed to say that like visions aren't just about outcomes. When you have a vision and you can slow down on your journey to like achieving it, the slowdown is where you get the details on what to do to make that vision come to reality. It's not always about the end result or the dream that you have. A lot of the times it's that you've tapped into your intuition and that it's guiding you in the right direction. And the more you use it, the more right it is, the more spot on it is, and the more it actually guides you. Okay. Like a cool blue pearl floating in an inky sea, this planet symbolizes how we float in the ocean of the collective conscious. Neptune, the modern ruler of Pisces, takes about 165 years to tour the zodiac. On a practical level, it signals water, liquids, oils, and art supplies. On a challenging day, it shows how we avoid gritty reality, whether we escape through our imagination, addictions, or martyrdom. On a lovely day, Neptune speaks of spirituality, imagination, and psychic perception. Pray, meditate, intuit, use your divination, rest and dream. Activate the right side of your brain and step out of sequential logic into a sense of the infinite. Engage ceremony and ritual. Find a dream or vision and bring it back here to manifest. Because Neptune invokes both intuition and imagination, it can blur the boundaries between the two. It's all too easy to believe that what you want or what you are afraid of is in fact reality, which can make it easy for others to manipulate you by playing to your hopes and fears. Take each step with care. Working with Neptune is like walking in the fog. You can see the present moment clearly. It's just the future and the past that get lost in the hopes and fears. It's reminding me of like, I used to have this car that was kind of like a teal, like darker blue. And no one could see it in the fog. And I almost got hit so many different times. And then I had to like start using my high beams. And I felt like this moving target a lot where I'd have to constantly pull over and just like let people pass. And because my car like looked like the road. You couldn't really see in the fog the difference between the color of my car and the color of the road, even though they were like different. And I just remembered like the difference that it made, that it put me in whenever I had to drive in the fog, like to school, and how like scared and intimidated I felt, and how it would really like be frustrating for the entire day or whatever. And then like if I was just riding around and it was sunny out, I'd have my music blasting. I'd feel so much joy. Windows would be down. Like it would be such a different experience. And then I'd be going to meet up with people, and like it was just such a drastic difference. And I think like now that I think back to it, I don't think I ever really went, oh, it's just the fog. Still blast your music. Still you can like roll down your windows, or you can have a good time on this drive. Just know to be careful that people can't see you very well. It was always so like deafening, the fear that I felt getting into my car, like when I had to drive in the fog. I wonder if maybe that's something you're experiencing here. This is kind of what it's making me feel, is like where you're just learning different coping mechanisms for when that fog hits. And then you're like, oh, I don't have to not enjoy the fog too. Like, there's different things that I still want to do. I just need to like figure out how to support myself through those in a different way, because it's a different time, you know? If the world feels too harsh, or if you're feeling easily overwhelmed, tend to your sensitive antenna. Pray rather than worry. Neptune speaks of our psychic permeability. I wonder if you're like some people, if you make music, I feel like there's like a hip hop or like a rap vibe here. I don't know why. Neptune speaks of our psychic permeability, encouraging us to soak up our surroundings. Use that to your advantage. I'm so sorry. I have to Midheaven Pinnacle. There's someone here who is like lacking inspiration in creating music or something. And it's just make some music today. Make some music. It's not going to be maybe it's not going to feel the way it normally feels, but just go ahead and do that. Even if you got to pause this reading and go switch gears. There's something about your public self that's going to be rewarded for that, or well known for that, if it isn't already. And I had to pull on that because if music ever comes to my mind, it's straight up folk, or it's not hip hop and R&B. So if that's your vibe and that's your thing, go do that. Go do that. I don't know why I'm supposed to like say that, but I feel the need to. Anyways, I couldn't process any of this until I said that. I don't even know where I left off. Pray rather than worry. Neptune speaks of our psychic permeability, encouraging us to soak up our surroundings. Use that to your advantage and choose your surroundings carefully. Meditate with a group, tune into the trees, the earth beneath, the sky above, or sacred sites. Immerse yourself in whatever feeds you. Neptune overwhelm can turn acceptance into passivity, imagination into illusion, and sensitivity and the hunger for spirit into addiction. Watch for water damage. Allow yourself to float, to swim in that great ocean of the collective consciousness. Soak up the presence of divine soul. There is no separation between you and all sentient beings, between you and the realms of gods and spirits. Let's look at how I really don't want to switch gears right now, but it's a love reading, and I gotta pull on how your person is viewing you and what their intentions are towards you. This is that disciplinary moment that sucks, but we'll get into a groove within a few minutes. It's just, this is the hardest hump to climb over. But once we do, I think we'll be glad we did. Okay. I want to call you Neptune for whatever reason. What's your name? Pisces. All right. How does Pisces person feeling about the Pisces? I could sit in that energy forever. It almost breaks my heart to like not be in it. How is Pisces person feeling about Pisces? Oh, okay. Give me one more to clarify that, please. What is Pisces person feeling about Pisces? Right now, it looks like the way that they're feeling about you is they have a lot of love for you. They prioritize you, and if you have kids or if they have kids, it's like you and the kids are the most important thing to them. There's a lot of like family love here. I think also the way that they're feeling about you is that they see you going through some kind of a change. Maybe they see you trying to overcome this anxiety or fear or something energy, and they're having some patience with that, and they're just seeing where it goes. Like I think your person sees you working through something, and is just like holding that love for you. That's really what I'm seeing right now. Let's see if any other cards are coming out. I want to clarify this still, so can you please give me one more card for what's going on there? Yeah, decidedly so. This person is like committed to you, Pisces. Some of you guys might have gone on a break with this person, or just there wasn't a whole lot of communication, or there was some kind of a gap in seeing each other or something. And then you got the star in the reverse here too. So it's like, okay, Pisces, the way that this person's feeling about you, they have so many feelings about you. They have so many feelings towards you. This is a very emotional person, whether you'd know that or not. They feel this deep sense of connection to you and like your family, or if you guys are all a family, it seems like someone who knows kind of how to hold down the fort. This is someone who's ready to talk about something. And I think it's, Pisces, I wonder if you or them have some kind of issue that you've been skirting around. There's readiness for a conversation here that seems to be hurting someone to not have. So if you feel like you've been wondering something about them, they're saying, I'm open to talk about this. Like, it feels like maybe a painful thing or something that ended or whatever. This also could very much be their energy towards you, is that they see you going through something. They're like, I know that this is messy. I understand this is crazy, and you have no control over how all of this plays out. They want to know how you're playing it out within your own self. So this person seems more interested in how you're processing things and what you're going through and trying to support that than anything else. Like, I don't even think that the 3D is affecting them at all. It's like your 5D is on their radar, though. Does that make any sense? Very perceptive person. I wonder if it's like another Pisces or something. I don't know. There's definitely water energy here, and maybe it's that Cap Aquarius. Okay, it's almost like maybe they're on the cusp of Cap and Aquarius, but like, I don't know. Anyways, just geeking out over tarot again. Sometimes it's hard to not feel crazy staring at cards and getting like a story and like just seeing the words play out. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, okay, this is a hobby. Like, that's strange. How else? Okay, what are Pisces intention? What are Pisces person's intentions? What are Pisces person's intentions towards Pisces? What are Pisces? Actually, I don't want to pull that because I feel like I want to... Oh, okay. I think it came out anyways. Judgment. Okay. That's interesting. I've never really gotten that for someone's intentions towards you. This person is like leaning into their intuition, their gut feelings, and their faith to like listen to how to navigate this with you. Or how to navigate your guys' connection and what they do next in it. Their intentions are very spiritual, like to align spiritually to what is for them. That also includes kind of like pacing themselves to where they really want to know that it is what's in alignment with you too. Like, I feel like this person would not bring something into your awareness without also having considered how you're going to receive it, or like what the best way to have clear intentions, what the best way to talk to you about it would be so that their intentions come across clearly. This person is accounting for some kind of, it's like they know you really well, Pisces. Even if you haven't known this person for very long, they know you pretty well. They also seem to know themselves really well, or they know their intuition. They've learned to trust their intuition. Okay, what are the intentions of Pisces person towards the Pisces? Okay, so Pisces, your person's intentions are kind of like, this is kind of interesting because it's very disciplined and controlled. I wonder if your person feels that way a lot of the time. What this looks like to me is that they're trying to listen to their intuition. There's moments where they need to like pull back on their desire for you when things aren't being communicated, or when there's turbulence within the communication, although seems to be aimed at moving forward in healthy energies without this withholding and like unchanging energy. Like, this person is going to pull back their energy from you if they feel like there's something unspoken that's really bothering you or them. They have a lot of passion for you, but I think they know how to set that down to not confuse passion with buildable energy. Passion is a facet of buildable energy, but it is not the entire thing, and this person knows that. This person's coming off as very mature too, and I think that they know what they want long term, and that's why they would be doing that. So that's kind of interesting. I don't think I've really ever pulled energy like that in a what are their intentions for you. It's almost like their intentions kind of mimic like universe's intentions for you, which is for you to just find yourself and bloom and like have safe places to do that, to gain in confidence and to gain in clarity, and to have time and space to be able to do that, to not have to do it all in like a week, or in like one conversation. Okay, current energy of this relationship here. Okay, there might be some trouble getting together. Maybe there's some kind of a delay. I wonder if that's more mental or if that's because of other restrictions. Like one of you has responsibilities, like little kids running around or something. And one of you has, at least one of you has those responsibilities. If it's not kids or people that you're responsible for, it doesn't even have to be kids. It could be another person in their home or something, or their mother or something like that. The other thing that it could be is like, I wonder if one or both of you is just someone who really needs a lot of alone time or a lot of time to process things, but just in your own energy. Like, where going out and doing things in community and being in public situations is like good, and you guys do that, but that's also very draining. So you almost like need the next day to recover or something. That honestly came out as the current energy, and it came out as a challenge. So I wonder if the current energy just does feel challenging. Death in the upright, death in the reverse. So I think what I'm going to say for this person, how they feel about you, is that like they have a lot of love for you, but they have an equal amount for themselves. And what you might be noticing is that while it could feel like a push and pull there, or an on-off, I think it's actually on, but it's just on for the relationship and on for them, in terms of love. They love themselves consistently and they love you consistently. So if you're worried about this like on-off push and pull thing, I think all you would be recognizing is that they just don't abandon themselves, and they also won't abandon you. But sometimes you might feel like you're taking turns, you know, like sometimes you're in their spotlight and sometimes they're their own spotlight. And I think that's just how this person has it set up. Like, that's what works for them. I wonder if maybe that is what would work for you too, or what does work for you too, and you just might be in a moment where you're like having a lot of fears and anxiety and maybe forgetting to take that time and space for yourself, or so many things are happening. I know we're in the summertime and everything. And ooh, what a pretty card. Okay, I don't know why that grabbed my attention. It's that Ascendant. So let's pull one more oracle here. Also, this is kind of interesting. This person doesn't move towards you unless they are somehow in an energy of passion and wanting to come towards you. It's like they're not going to move towards you in a mundane way. So what I'm really getting here, Pisces, is that you could have some kind of like an insecurity or a feeling of doubt that your person really truly loves you, is like committed to you and stuff. Because you haven't yet either learned or accepted how they move towards stable love in their life. But I think all of the things I'm reading about this person is that that's their entire intention, is to just build it right as they go. I don't know why I want to say that. I mean, like, I don't know why. The only reason I can think of why that wants to be there is because I wonder if that's something that you're, that's something that you're finding challenging right now. Okay, we got the second house of resources and then Descendant. I think I'm just going to read the second house of resources here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's one at a time. One at a time. Don't split your energy too much. All right. Pisces, you could also be experiencing some delays in career right now that want your attention. Just kind of finding it hard to focus on that with all the other stuff going on. Second house of resources. If your chart were a village map. Also, this is Taurus energy. We've got Scorpio energy. We've got more Scorpio energy. Lots of water energy here. If your chart were a village map, your second house would hold your bank, museum, and warehouses. It symbolizes what you value, such as your body and your relationship to the material world. What's kind of funny is it says, and your relationship to your mate, because of how it split material. All right. That probably wasn't great for anyone except for me. I loved that though. The second house also describes that phase of infancy where you're just discovering that you have a body, toes and fingers, and that you can taste and smell. Explore how you feel about money. So many people on the spiritual path have mixed feelings about money, their bodies, and possessions, drawn to abundance and at the same time wrestling with guilt or discomfort around desire. This approach, I wonder too, if like when this person isn't present and their playful, innocent, loving energy isn't present, I wonder if there's a way where you can bring that into your work, like where it can still be there. Maybe you work with this person. Maybe there's like something where you're just like missing them or something like that. Or you're missing their energy throughout the day. And I don't know, like it's nourishing for you. But there's a way where maybe you also have the ability to have that energy and to give it. And therefore like be in that energy. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. This approach, avoidance conflict around the material world, can make it hard to focus your efforts. And it may send out mixed messages until the universe doesn't know how to respond to help you. That's kind of funny. The second house asks you to build a clear and congruent message about your relationship to your resources that you can stand behind with integrity. Matter is our sacred vessel for spirit. Explore your attitude towards your first resource, your own body and sensuality. Some of you guys, I read that as mater, like the Latin word for mother. For some of you guys, if you are, I'll say mothers or fathers, but I want to highlight mothers here. For some of you guys, I read that as like mother is our sacred vessel for spirit. I wonder if like becoming a mother or something about motherhood is like something that really awoke you to like spirit or to your own sense of spirituality. It's just like really strong here, so I feel the need to say it. Yeah, it's like it made you more confident in your own body, or there's something going on there. That could be for just parents in general, but I don't know. I feel like there's someone who like teaches stuff like that here. You know, that's what it feels like to me. Look for that place of balance where you honor and respect your physical form as well as the importance of the soul that inhabits it. Invest your energy towards what you value. This is where you can be a resource to others, and this is where you can get paid. Huh. Clean up your act in the material world. Clean closets, pay bills, deal with other practical things that might appear mundane but can be a sacred act of aligning the soul to the surroundings. Integrity creates a welcoming ground for bounty. Come up with a clear, integrated message to radiate out, then back that up with action. Some of you guys are trying to buy a car. Wait, come up with a... Some of you guys are like trying to find like getting a loan for a car, or I don't know. There seems to be some like trying to buy a car or trying to buy like a camper or something like that. Okay, what you see is not all there is. If you are looking for emotional and spiritual satisfaction in your stuff, it will never be enough because it never quite scratches that itch. Your skills, your resources, and your interests can all be sacred if you make an offering of your intention and engage your work for the benefit of all sentient beings. That's where I'm going to leave your reading, Pisces. I will see you in another video. I think I'm just going to leave it there. Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.